Most men go through life believing that the key to winning a woman's heart lies in money, looks, or charm. They spend years chasing superficial improvements, hoping these qualities will set them apart. But what if I told you that true attraction isn't built on what you have, but on what you understand? Women, just like men, have subconscious desires, vulnerabilities, and emotional responses they don't always recognize themselves. These hidden psychological triggers shape their decisions, fuel their emotions, and, when understood, can transform the way they see you. The problem? Most men are completely blind to these triggers. They go through life reacting instead of leading, hoping attraction will happen instead of creating it. But the truth is, once you understand these hidden dynamics, you'll no longer feel confused by women's actions, mixed signals, or sudden changes in interest. Instead, you'll know exactly why they respond the way they do, and how to effortlessly position yourself as the man they can't ignore. Today, we're diving deep into 10 secret female weaknesses, the psychological triggers that, once mastered, will shift the way you approach women forever. Let's begin. Number 1. The power of emotional certainty. Women are often seen as emotional beings, but this doesn't mean they are out of control. Rather, their emotions play a central role in guiding their decisions, particularly when it comes to relationships. One of the most significant, yet hidden, vulnerabilities they carry is their deep need for emotional certainty. At their core, women crave emotional security. It's not just about passion or excitement. Those things are fleeting. What truly matters to them is stability. A woman wants to feel assured that no matter what happens, she won't be left behind when things get tough. This is why women are subconsciously drawn to men who maintain an emotional anchor in the storm, men who exude calmness even in chaotic situations. Imagine the scenario. If a man is emotionally unstable, overly reactive, or constantly reliant on her for validation and support, it sends a signal of weakness. This kind of behavior doesn't inspire attraction, rather it instills doubt. Why? Because women want safety, and safety is rooted in a partner's ability to remain grounded no matter the external circumstances. Think about it this way. When a woman feels like she has to emotionally stabilize you, the dynamic shifts. The roles reverse. She's forced into a leadership position, taking on the responsibility of keeping you emotionally secure. And that's when attraction fades. Instead of allowing yourself to be swept away by emotional turbulence, embody what I call stoic confidence. Stoicism at its core is about maintaining control and perspective in the face of challenges. In relationships, this means when she gets upset, you remain calm and composed, offering reassurance without being overly reactive. When things don't go your way, you stay level-headed and avoid complaining or panicking. When challenges arise, you face them with quiet strength, not losing your cool or your sense of self. The man who provides emotional certainty becomes a pillar of stability, someone who makes a woman feel safe and secure, even in the midst of chaos. This is the kind of man women are subconsciously drawn to, often without even realizing why. Your ability to regulate your emotions is not just a sign of maturity, it's a magnetic force that pulls women in, as they are instinctively drawn to those who offer them the emotional certainty they desperately seek. Quick break. The course is reopened, but it not be for long, only 50 spots. You think you have time? You don't. Every second you wait is another second someone else is out there getting ahead, taking what could have been yours. The girl you want? Don't even think for a second she'll stick around while you sit there doing nothing. You have a choice, stay stuck or learn the secrets that will change everything. Number 2, women are drawn to what they can't have. One of the most fundamental truths about human nature is this: we value what is scarce. Think about it. Luxury items like diamonds, high-end cars, and exclusive sneakers are desirable because they're not easy to come by. Their scarcity makes them more valuable. Women, believe it or not, operate on this same principle when it comes to attraction. The hidden weakness women often carry, they are deeply drawn to men they can't completely have. This doesn't mean playing games or actively pushing her away, but rather, it's about creating an aura of mystery and intrigue. Men who are always available, who overexpress their interest, or who are overly eager often lose their allure in a woman's eyes. While she may appreciate the attention in the moment, it doesn't trigger the deeper, more instinctive part of her mind that seeks challenge. When a man is too predictable, when his intentions are obvious and easily attainable, it diminishes his value. Women are attracted to men who create a sense of distance, men who don't hand themselves over too easily. This sparks something deep within them, a desire to chase, to bridge that gap, to win over what feels just out of reach. It's why women sometimes become enamored with men who seem indifferent or hard to read. It's not that they enjoy being ignored, it's simply that the subconscious mind assigns higher value to uncertainty. When a woman is unsure about a man's feelings or intentions, her mind starts working overtime to figure him out, and in the process, her attraction deepens. So how can you use this psychological trigger to your advantage? Don't always be available. Let her wonder when she'll see you next, so she's kept on her toes and anticipates your presence. Maintain your independence. Build and sustain a life outside of her. Have interests, hobbies, and goals that don't revolve solely around her. This adds to your allure, as she'll recognize your value and respect the fact that your life doesn't hinge on her approval. Reveal yourself slowly. Don't rush to give her everything at once. Let her get to know you over time, piece by piece. This gradual discovery keeps her intrigued and invested. Here's the key. The moment a woman feels like she has fully won you, that's the moment her interest begins to fade. When everything is laid out and she feels she knows everything about you, the chase loses its excitement. To keep her desire high, keep a part of yourself just out of reach. Allow her to keep chasing, and she will remain intrigued by you. The more she has to work for your attention, the deeper her attraction grows, as uncertainty fuels her desire. Number 3. The unspoken influence of deep voice and presence. When it comes to attraction, there's one underrated psychological trigger that many men overlook: the power of a deep, controlled voice and a strong presence. While society often places emphasis on physical appearance, charm, or wealth, the subtle force of a man's voice and energy can have a far greater impact on how a woman perceives him. Studies have consistently shown that men with deeper voices are subconsciously perceived as more dominant, confident, and attractive. But why is that? Is it just a matter of personal preference? The truth is, it's deeply rooted in evolutionary psychology. A deeper voice is a signal of high testosterone, which in turn suggests strong leadership qualities, protection, and emotional stability, traits that women are naturally drawn to. These qualities signal to a woman that you can handle challenges, lead effectively, and provide safety, traits that have always been valued in the selection of a mate. But the impact of your voice goes beyond just the pitch. It's about your entire presence. A man with true presence doesn't need to speak loudly or boastfully. He simply radiates confidence. Women are subconsciously attracted to men who can command a room without even trying, who capture attention with their energy, and whose presence leaves a mark. Presence isn't something you can fake. It's a feeling you give off before you even say a word. It's in how you carry yourself, the way you move, and the attitude you project. Here's how you can enhance your presence. Move with purpose. Never appear rushed or fidgeting. Every step you take should be deliberate. Women are drawn to men who exude calm determination, who aren't easily thrown off course. Maintain steady eye contact. This conveys confidence and sincerity. Don't break away nervously. Make her feel that you are fully engaged in the moment and that her presence matters. Speak slowly and deliberately. When you speak, let your words carry weight. Avoid rushing through sentences or blurting things out. The more deliberate your speech, the more you'll be perceived as thoughtful and grounded. Now, contrast that with the opposite, a man with weak presence. This is often marked by slouched posture, nervous gestures, or a voice that trembles with uncertainty. These small subconscious cues signal low self-esteem and insecurity, even if the man doesn't realize it himself. The way you carry your energy can either draw someone in or push them away. If you want to captivate women effortlessly, your presence must be mastered first. A powerful presence doesn't just happen by chance. It's a reflection of inner confidence. When you command a room without effort, when your presence is magnetic, women will be naturally drawn to you, often without you needing to say a word. The stronger your internal energy and the more self-assured your demeanor, the more women will find themselves captivated by your silent strength. Number 4. Women can't resist a man who walks away. If you really want to trigger a woman's deepest, most primal fear, walk away like you don't need her. It might sound counterintuitive, but one of the greatest hidden weaknesses women have is their emotional reaction to loss. The psychology behind it is simple. People value what they fear losing. This concept is hardwired into human behavior. When we think something is slipping through our fingers, it suddenly holds far more weight. This is why women are often more attracted to men who don't desperately cling to them. Most men make the mistake of doing the exact opposite. When they sense a woman pulling away or becoming distant, they chase after her, desperately trying to fix things, explain themselves, or beg for her attention. But this behavior only signals one thing, that he needs her more than she needs him. And the moment a woman feels that imbalance, her attraction begins to fade. She senses weakness in the man who is emotionally dependent on her, and that's an immediate turnoff. However, a man who can walk away without hesitation communicates something entirely different. He projects ultimate confidence. Without needing to say a word, he's telling her, "I am not desperate for you. I have other options. My self-worth is not dependent on your approval." This kind of mindset is incredibly attractive. When a woman understands that you are willing to leave at the first sign of disrespect or emotional manipulation, she starts to view you through a different lens. She values you more. The idea that you won't settle for less than mutual respect and genuine connection makes you appear far more desirable. It's not about playing games or trying to manipulate her. It's about having enough self-respect to prioritize your own emotional well-being over her validation. The key to understanding this is simple. Be willing to walk away, and you'll never have to chase. When you show that you are emotionally independent, it shifts the dynamic. The more a woman knows that your sense of self-worth does not rely on her affection, the more likely she will be drawn to you. It creates a healthy magnetic tension where your value increases because you don't need her approval to feel whole. A man who can walk away, not out of spite, but from a place of confidence and strength, becomes someone women can't resist. His actions speak volumes about his worth and his understanding of self-respect. And when you maintain that level of inner strength, you'll find women pursuing you instead of the other way around. Number 5. A man with a mission is her kryptonite. A woman's greatest weakness isn't a man's looks, his money, or even his charm. It's his purpose. Attraction isn't just about surface-level qualities. Women are instinctively drawn to men who are driven by something greater than themselves. Men who have a clear vision for their future, a burning desire to pursue their dreams, and a mission that gives them direction and purpose in life. This drive creates an aura of confidence, ambition, and passion, which makes a man magnetic to women. Why is this so powerful? Because purpose provides something essential that women find irresistibly attractive: focus, discipline, and independence. These are qualities that women can't help but be drawn to. When a man is actively working towards something meaningful, he exudes a kind of energy that signals strength and self-sufficiency. He's not relying on external validation, like her attention or approval, because he's already focused on his own goals. But here's the mistake many men make. They fall into the trap of making a woman their mission. They begin to prioritize her above everything else, putting her needs and desires first, and making her the central focus of their life. While this may seem like a romantic gesture, it's actually the fastest way to kill attraction. Why? Because women don't want to be the center of your world. They want to be a part of something bigger. They want a man who is emotionally stable, independent, and has a life that doesn't revolve around her. When you make her the focal point of your existence, you signal to her that you don't have any greater ambition, purpose, or vision, and that can be incredibly unattractive. Women want to feel like they are joining you on an adventure, not being dragged along as the sole focus of your life. A man with a mission doesn't sit around waiting for her texts. He's not checking his phone every minute, hoping for her response. When she calls, he doesn't drop everything just to speak with her. He's busy, focused on his goals, driven by his vision, and pursuing his own dreams. That's what makes him irresistible. So ask yourself, what are you building? What are you chasing? Are you actively working towards something bigger than yourself? If you don't have a mission, women will sense it, and it will affect how they view you. Without a purpose, your value begins to diminish. But when you're working towards something significant, your life becomes magnetic, and women will be drawn to you not because you seek their validation, but because you have your own path and they want to be a part of it. Number 6, the paradox of controlled vulnerability. Vulnerability is a double-edged sword when it comes to attraction, and understanding how to navigate it can set you apart. There's a delicate balance between being emotionally open and maintaining your strength. Show too much vulnerability, and a woman might perceive you as weak. Show too little, and you may come across as emotionally unavailable. Women are naturally drawn to men who can strike that perfect balance, men who are able to open up but do so in a way that maintains their inner strength. One of the most common mistakes men make is assuming that women want them to be constantly emotionally expressive. This is a misconception. Women do value emotional depth and connection, but they are repelled by men who overshare too soon, constantly complain, or lean on them for emotional validation. Too much emotional dependency can be a major turnoff because it signals insecurity and a lack of emotional resilience. The key is to show selective vulnerability. Rather than pouring out your deepest feelings or struggles at the drop of a hat, you should acknowledge your emotions without letting them dictate your behavior. True strength lies in being able to share your vulnerabilities only when it serves to deepen the connection, not when it makes you seem needy or desperate. For example, share struggles only after you've learned from them. Women appreciate a man who can reflect on his past challenges, but only after he's conquered them and grown. Reveal personal details slowly, letting her get to know you over time, rather than overwhelming her with your emotional baggage all at once. This controlled release of information allows her to feel special when you open up, without making her feel burdened by your emotions. A man who reveals his inner world thoughtfully and on his own terms becomes incredibly irresistible. His emotions are visible, but not overwhelming. The man who does this creates a dynamic where the woman feels valued, but not responsible for fixing or carrying his emotional weight. Contrast this with a man who overshares too quickly, dumps his problems on her, or is constantly seeking reassurance. This behavior can come across as needy, emotionally unstable, and ultimately weak. Women are naturally drawn to men who can be vulnerable in a way that maintains their composure, control, and inner strength. The right vulnerability enhances your presence and makes you appear more confident, more interesting, and more emotionally mature. Women are weak for men who have the strength to show vulnerability, but do so strategically and selectively. When vulnerability is presented in this balanced way, it doesn't diminish a man's power, it enhances it. Your emotions, like the vast depths of the ocean, should be visible but never overwhelming, always there but under your control. Number 7, women are programmed to test your strength. What most men fail to realize is that women test them constantly. These tests may not always be obvious, but they are deeply ingrained in human nature. Women, whether they're aware of it or not, are always looking for signs that a man has true emotional strength, confidence, and stability. These subconscious tests serve as a way for them to evaluate whether you have what it takes to be their partner, whether you're capable of handling challenges without losing control or respect. These tests aren't meant to be malicious, they're instinctive. Women naturally want to filter out weak men. When a woman challenges your opinion, she's seeing if you can stand your ground and hold your beliefs. When she creates small conflicts or challenges, she's checking if you can stay calm under pressure. If she acts distant or disinterested, she's testing whether you'll let your insecurities rise to the surface. The biggest mistake many men make in these situations is reacting emotionally. If you become defensive, flustered, or overreact, you signal to her that you may not have the emotional resilience and strength she's looking for. Women are naturally drawn to men who stay calm and composed in the face of adversity. When a man fails these tests, it quickly diminishes attraction because it shows a lack of emotional control. The key to passing these tests is to remain calm, confident, and unfazed. Here's how you do it. Smile and stay composed. Don't let her emotions or challenges rattle you. Respond with certainty, not defensiveness. If she challenges your opinion, stand by it confidently. Don't chase her if she pulls away. Let her come back. A man who remains unaffected by her withdrawal will appear far more attractive than someone who constantly seeks her attention. Passing these tests builds respect and attraction. Women only test men they're attracted to. If a woman is testing you, it's actually a positive sign. She's trying to see if you're the kind of man who can handle life's challenges. What you need to do is never fail the test. Stay grounded, stay in control of your emotions, and you'll find that women will not only respect you more, but will become more invested in you. Number 8, confidence in the face of rejection is irresistible. Rejection is one of the most feared experiences for men, but the reality is that the most attractive men are the ones who can handle it with grace. The ability to embrace rejection without letting it affect your sense of self-worth is a powerful trait that drives women wild. Confidence in the face of rejection is a magnetic quality that signals a man who knows his value and isn't fazed by the opinions of others. When a man can shrug off rejection, laugh it off, or even make a joke out of it, it sends a clear message: I'm secure in who I am. It shows that he isn't emotionally dependent on others' approval and that he doesn't need anyone's validation to feel good about himself. This is the opposite of desperate men who fear rejection because they see it as a reflection of their own inadequacies. Confident men, on the other hand, know they have endless options, and that rejection is nothing personal. It's just a part of life. Here's how you can make rejection work to your advantage. If a woman rejects you, don't let it faze you. Simply say, no worries, your loss. Alright, have a great day. Keep it lighthearted and move on without dwelling on it. Laugh if you want to and walk away as if it doesn't even matter to you. Maintain your energy and your self-worth regardless of the outcome. A man who handles rejection with ease is a man who projects unshakable self-esteem. When you stop fearing rejection, you become less attached to outcomes, and women can sense this freedom. They're naturally drawn to men who don't need them to feel validated. This lack of desperation is what makes you even more attractive. Here's the secret. Rejection doesn't hurt. You just need to stop attaching your emotional well-being to it. The moment you release your fear of rejection and stop seeking approval, you'll become more magnetic. Women will no longer see you as someone they need to impress, but as a man who is in control of his own emotions and destiny. As a result, they'll begin to chase you instead. Number 9. Women obsess over men who are hard to read. One of the most powerful ways to keep a woman interested is to keep her guessing. When a woman feels like she can predict your every move and read you like a book, the excitement fades. Women are weak for men who are mysterious, who leave them wondering what's going to happen next. This is not about playing games, but about maintaining an air of unpredictability and allowing curiosity to spark attraction. Here's the truth. Curiosity fuels desire. When a woman always knows exactly how you feel, what you're thinking, or what you're going to do next, the mystery dies. The chase ends, and without the thrill of discovery, she'll start losing interest. But when you keep her on her toes, when she's not sure whether she'll get a text from you in an hour or 2 days, you build intrigue. That intrigue grows into an obsession, and women will find themselves constantly thinking about you. Here's how to become the man who's impossible to resist. Don't always text back immediately. Taking your time to reply signals that you have a life outside of your phone and that she's not the only thing on your mind. Don't share all your emotions up front. While being open is important, don't overshare too soon. Let her get to know you bit by bit. Be unpredictable. If you're always the one to initiate plans or messages, it loses its spark. Keep her on her toes by letting her wonder when you'll reach out next, signs that you're being too easy to read. You text back instantly, making it clear she's always on your mind. You reveal all your thoughts and feelings right away, leaving no mystery. You constantly seek validation or need reassurance from her, but a man with true value doesn't offer all of himself right away. He holds back, not out of manipulation, but because he understands the importance of maintaining an air of mystery. He's selective in what he shares and when, never being fully predictable. By taking his time, he keeps the woman engaged and constantly coming back for more, driven by the curiosity of not knowing exactly what's next. If you can excite her imagination and keep her guessing, you'll become the man she can't stop thinking about. Mystery is magnetic, and the harder you are to figure out, the more she'll chase you. The man who is hard to read is the one women obsess over, because they can never quite put him in a box. Number 10. A man who controls his desires controls everything. If you want to become irresistible to women, here's the ultimate secret: self-control. The one quality that makes a man truly powerful, one that women can't resist, is his ability to control his desires. Too many men are ruled by their cravings, whether it's the pursuit of women, constant validation, or seeking pleasure. These men live in a state of constant chasing, unable to hold their ground. But the men who truly hold power, they control their desires, and it's this mastery that makes them captivating. Women are instinctively drawn to men who don't chase blindly. They see through the desperation. They recognize men who are selective in their pursuits, who don't jump at every opportunity for intimacy or validation. These men stand firm, confident in who they are, and they don't need to chase to feel worthy. They maintain high standards, and they don't let their desires dictate their actions. Instead, they allow their purpose and self-respect to guide them. Think about it. The moment you stop desperately chasing women, they will start chasing you. Women are drawn to men who prioritize their mission over fleeting pleasures. A man who can walk away, say no when needed, and remain focused on his goals is a man who is seen as strong, valuable, and in control of his life. This isn't about manipulating anyone. It's about mastering yourself. The most attractive quality a man can possess is discipline. When you are in control of your impulses, you radiate a confidence that is unmatched. Women are drawn to men who are grounded and who understand that attraction isn't about games or tricks, but about inner strength and purpose. In the end, women don't just want a man who looks good or knows how to charm. They want a man who embodies strength, self-respect, and direction. When you cultivate these qualities, women won't just desire you, they'll feel a deep subconscious need for you. You become the man they can't live without. So if you want to truly master the art of attraction, start by mastering yourself. Stay grounded, stay strong, never chase, and always remember, a man who can control his desires controls everything. If you found this insight valuable, make sure to subscribe to The Girl's Mind for more wisdom on mastering your life and attraction. But for those of you who are serious about stepping up and taking control, I've created a one-on-one chat with me. Choose your package and let's solve any problem you're facing, whether it's crushing your goals or handling that conversation with a girl. Link in bio.